Columbus, London Moon, Percy Jackson. Thanks guys, thanks for joining us today. If I could start the ball rolling with a question to Chris, actually. Chris, obvious question, how does it feel now this epic journey is finished and you've got your film out there?
It's actually a wonderful feeling, and we actually didn't know if we would make it. You know, we always had this release date in mind from when we started, and it worked out very well. You know, I'm very happy with the film, very happy with the visual effects, and very happy to say it's nothing like Harry Potter. So I just wanted to get that off my chest immediately.
Okay, and Chris, how much has the CGI technology changed since that first Harry Potter?
Well, the first three Harry Potters were actually a sort of a graduate course in CGI filmmaking for myself. So if you notice the first film, it's a little creaky, it's okay. And then as we subsequently went to picture number 2, picture number 3, the visual effects got better. And so I learned a lot on that picture, and I realized that there was a certain method in just being obsessive with the visual effects to get them to the point where they're seamless with what the actors were doing. And I think we succeeded.
Cool. Thank you very much. I'm going to throw this over to the floor. You'll go to my colleague in the front row there.
Hi,
Thank you.
a question for Percy Jackson. It's hard enough having to act opposite something that is now to be done by CGI later. How hard is it to act with bits of your own body that aren't there?
Oh, that's a very good question, yes. Well, I didn't expect blue tights with orange spots. Chris was very clever. He sent me the script, and he sent me this delightful reproduction of me as a centaur, as Chiron. And it was very flattering with muscles and everything. But then come the reality of the day, I had to get onto fluorescent green painted stilts and put on the blue tights. You have to be a bold man to do such a thing, especially to walk out onto a set with 200 young people who are very buffed and kind of eager to show them and strut their stuff, and you're supposed to be this wise, bold hero. It was only a day's job, though. I got through it.
Well, at least you have ballet shoes. I had ballet shoes that they gave me, and we had tights in orange, like orange dots so they can draw the legs in, and we had to create a walk like you're walking on your tippy toes. So we got all these beautiful people on the set, and me and Pierce, we got these blue tights, so I'm trying to stay cool as possible. But it was good because Kevin did a great job with drawing the legs in, and it was just as fun. But you had to stay in the character with the move, It's cool though.
Thank you. Got to go to the chap here. Thanks.
Steve and Kevin, these are relatively small roles, but given the stunts involved, was it a walk in the park, or is it actually harder than doing something where there's no CGI, for example?
The thing I found hardest in my role was, and it sounds like it should be a doddle, was the opening shot of me walking out of the water. I thought it'd be dead easy and I'd be done by lunchtime. I think it took 2 days to do that shot, because it's being 40 feet tall. You have to kind of, if it just looked like I was walking down to get the paper from the corner shop, it just didn't look right. We had to kind of find this way of making it seem like, because when you're 40 feet tall, your bones are much bigger, so there's much more kind of drag and momentum and all this kind of stuff. So I found that really tough, and I didn't think I would. So I had to kind of think about mind class from drama school and sort of think about how heavy I was, and it took 2 days to get it. So.
For me, yes, it was a doddle. I just turned up, spent a week in Vancouver, and got to kiss Rosario Dawson, and when you've got these visual effects around you, it means you just got to, half the job's done for you. The rest of it's just camping it up a bit, which is what I do.
When you channeling Mick Jagger, it didn't seem like it was
a little bit of just that kind of British English rock star, that kind of slightly androgynous thing that they have, the Americans can't do, but we do. So I wore Cuban heels and strutted a bit.
Question for Logan. It says in the notes here that you were inspired to be an actor from Jackie Chan when you were 2.5.
I think that's ridiculous. I don't know. I was 2.5 years old. No, really, it's it's filmmakers that, like Chris and the people that inspire me, that really got me into this whole business. It's movies like Home Alone that really got me into it more than anything. But of course, I think it might have been like Jackie Chan's first movies that I was introduced to those first.
Had that been true, my question would be, you really fulfilled a lifetime ambition at such a young age. I mean, with this being such an action role.
Yeah, I started really young. I don't know. From LA, so it's just so accessible to give it a shot. There's an audition for a commercial somewhere around the block from something that you can wait in line for, and it just kind of slowly climbed the ladder that way. Now I'm here, and I don't know how I ended up here. So just kept going with it. Yeah.
Yeah, question for Logan as well.
Mm-hmm.
You look like a mixture between a younger Zac Efron and Justin Bieber. Are you prepared to become the next big idol? Or are you trying to avoid that?
I'll put it this way, I'm really proud of this film. And if people recognize me for this film, then I'm fine with it. It's very flattering to me. It's the biggest compliment you can get. So as long as it's for the right reasons, I'm proud. And I'm ready for, I guess, people to start recognizing me for something. Which they haven't. Yeah.
Thank you. We're going to go to the chat at the back there.
So, Mr. Columbus, you have made some of the most successful movies ever. So this movie seems to be well prepared because you make the changes that allow you to make more of them. The hero is not 12, but 17. Do you think this is going on? And to Mr. Brosnan, you should have said you make this movie also for your children. What did they say when they have seen you the first time as Centaur?
Well, I saw the movie last week in Los Angeles with my wife and our sons, Dylan, who's 13, and our other boy, who's 8. And they were the ones who said I should jump in here and do this movie. My son Dylan had read all the books. He's a ferocious reader. He read all the Harry Potters. And then he went through Percy Jackson. So when the job came in, he said, Dad, you've got to do it. And then show and tell was last week. And as we left the studio, my 8-year-old said, Dad, that's the best movie you've ever made. So, at the start, that's it. And I was, he was with all his mates and the mums and dads. His 8-year-old and 13-year-old was with his buddies. And they really loved it. And they wanted to go back and see it again. So, I'm a happy man.
Well, I mean, for me, it was important that the characters felt a little older than they did in the book because I couldn't envision battle training, gladiator training with 11-year-olds with wooden swords. I just felt that this needed to be a little more edgy, a little more gritty, a little dirtier, as much as we can do in a PG film. And also, I just was intrigued by the concept, which I'd never seen before, which is the concept of Greek mythology coexisting in modern American society. I just thought it was a great idea. So that was my